listening to Goons, Games, and Gear, the sexiest gaming podcast in the world.
Could you imagine one time that technology works right? Just one time. Just, like, oh God, now I can't hear anything. This isn't good. No. Come on, don't be like this. I can't. Yeah, I can't hear you at all, Derek. Is it your end? Because nothing's popping up when it talks. Oh wait. Say
Can you
something.
hear me?
Perfect. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it didn't unmute me after the
Oh,
intro.
that's weird. It's like, oh, okay. Well, like I said, imagine if technology just worked for like 5 seconds, straight. That'd be cool. Yeah. Whew. All right. So a lot to talk about. Well, not a lot to talk about today, but just some general updates. We are so close to our 200th episode and unironically our 500 subscriber. So get us that number on YouTube. They'd really appreciate it. Some under the hood stuff is happening. I have a new stream pedal, so I can do some stuff without the stupid music sounds going through my microphone. We're also on Rumble. I'm hoping that Derek is double checking that worked smoothly.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
We're on Rumble.
It actually did. Yeah. Surprisingly.
Give it a few minutes, okay? It'll
all crash and burn.
Well, you wanted to just log out? No. Well, you did it. Oh, okay. All right. So before we go on, Derek, how was your weekend? Any? Did you play Diablo?
I did play it a little more. I'm pretty excited for it. So,
I played it too. I got some clips out of it. Just played it for my own free time. I had more fun than I thought. I've never played Diablo games. I know I bought the other ones for cheap on the Switch, but I'm actually now excited to try those out because I was just like, wow, this is like dumb fun. And I assume it just gets worse from worse in the sense of like difficulty and actually thinking about your moves down the road.
The further you get. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I picked I think with Barbarian. I was just like hacking and slashing, like you like the more you slash, like the more your fury builds up. I think it was.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. And I thought that was pretty fun. I wanted to go rogue. I'm like, I want to try something different. Might be a barbarian or something. So
I'm excited to play the druid because I think you get like pets and stuff.
Yeah, I was saying that like for some people were upset because I felt like the druid takes too long to pick up. Apparently, I don't know. I would chalk that up to like late game.
Harder. Right.
Yeah, like a late game character. So I played enough to I might just pick it up if you're gonna play with me. That's like the only way though.
Yeah. Oh, I'll play it. I'll play the game like 20 times because I play through on every class.
That sounds like fun.
2 and 3. So
how long does the game usually run for?
The campaign's usually like 20-25 hours, and then there's like end game stuff you can do. They do have like PvP and stuff as well. Cool. So there's like a multiplayer aspect.
Oh, we gotta do that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what exactly? And I'm gonna sound so old because I say this. What is a world boss?
A world boss is like, so you don't go in like a dungeon or anything like that. You're just in the overworld, and then like a boss spawns.
Okay. Huh. So then, but I'm not saying what makes that special then?
Because they're like, it's like a random encounter, basically. It's like a Pokemon really? That popped up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they're there for like a limited time, so you either kill them or they just kind of like disappear again, and you have to wait for them to respawn.
What's in this grass? Oh my god! It's a Hydra. So I don't know. I just I saw an article something about like a world boss. Not that I saw anything. I was just like, what's a world boss? Is that like a raid boss? I don't know. I don't know with the hip kids lingo. So when's it coming out? Is there actual release date?
June 16th.
Okay, so what's between now and then in terms of our?
No, we're good. We're good. April is Battle Network.
Okay.
May is Zelda.
Okay.
June is there's Diablo and there's Final Fantasy 16, but I don't think you're getting Final Fantasy. Yeah. And then July is Pikmin. Oh, June's also Street Fighter, but I'm honestly really not sold on it. I don't know. I want to play it, but I don't have the time to get into a fighting game.
I want to play it too, except excuse me. For me, I'm like a one-trick Akuma in terms of like that's all I want to play, and he's not in the base game because they know he sells buku money for DLC. So my logic is, I guess, just play Ryu until he comes out because it's like the same thing.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know. I'm kind of like I'm conflicted about that too. That's like a game you really want to put time into to get good at, and I barely have time to beat the games I have now, let alone the 9 games in Mega Man Battle Network.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Mega Man Battle Network. Yeah. I keep forgetting it's all the games.
It's like
I'm never gonna get through all of them.
Right. Exactly. So like, and I want to beat them all. So
it's really bad too, right? Because I'm getting it on the Switch, and like
same.
the Switch gets taken over by Zelda the month after. So it's like, how do I reach these kids? How do I choose?
Okay. Well, you have 8 Switches, so while it's
no, that's beside the point. I can be play. I'll buy 8 copies of the game and have it on all the monitors.
Nice. Yeah. Exactly.
All right, I got Battle Network 1, 2, and 3 on there. Zelda is over here. I'm cooking.
Well, remember you have Joy-Con, so you use a Joy-Con on your foot, and then like master that. Look, I've seen people master foot control, so you can do it if you really believe in yourself, which I don't.
Yeah.
So,
well, I don't
Yeah.
You know what I do have is this mini brand.
Okay.
I'm gonna crack it open here
all right, so
live.
What is this exactly?
So mini brands are like, how did I describe it before? They're literally miniature branded items. So like regular mini brands, you get like I don't know. I can't even think of a brand. What is like a
Pokemon?
branded toothpaste?
Oh.
You get like Arm & Hammer toothpaste as like Colgate as like a little tiny like box and stuff.
Okay.
So I got this one. This one is, I think it's toys. I don't know.
Where did you get it?
Disney Pixar. One of my very close friends bought it for me and gave it to me the other day.
Yeah, but I'm like
today.
your only close friend, so I'm confused who you're applying.
Well, yeah, myself. I'm my other only close friend. Yeah. I think you also have to like slam it. Oh,
I was gonna say what?
I was lied to. I don't really know how to do this. Oh no, I was right. You have to slam it. You just have to remove that. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I guess there's really no return policy on this, is there?
Wow, how is this a kid's toy? I can't even. Okay, all right.
Let's see what we got.
I
don't know.
All right, let's start with this one. Let's see what we got. Oh, dude, that's sick! It's a little lightsaber.
Oh wow! You might want to turn off your ring light off. It's gonna.
Oh yeah.
That was for gameplay, and now it's. Oh, okay. Now, what are you gonna battle ants with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna train an ant to carry it around.
No, it's just like you see, like an ant infestation. Like it's my time.
That's the Skywalker. We're scared.
Okay, what's next?
Oh snap! It's Iron Man.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Iron Man.
Could it stand on itself, or is it just in that box?
I think. Yeah, it can like. I have no way of showing you, but trust me, I guarantee it. It stands on itself.
Wait, what do you do? No. What'd you say?
I said I guarantee it. I guarantee
it. That's what I was working on for like the
last
15
oh my
minutes.
God, I love it.
I think I gotta raise the volume a little bit on it, but other than that, it's
this one is like a little Marvel action figure. It's Wasp from Ant-Man.
Oh, okay.
Which actually, that just makes sense, right?
Right. Yeah.
They just get super small. I think one of these just is always like a plastic bag or something. Oh, no way! It's the claw from Toy Story.
Okay. That's very cool.
Love this. I have like the aliens everywhere. Damn, that's dope. And this one should just be like nothing, I think. Oh, never mind, I lied. I never saw this movie. It's the dragon from Raya the Last Dragon thing.
Raya the Last Dragon and the last movie in that series couldn't do well.
Yeah.
That will hold its value. To give it like 10 years, it's like then it's gonna be like one of those like cult classics in the past.
My desk is now a mess. But you also get the paper that has like all of them on it.
Oh, okay. Wait, so
like a ton.
Is it? Oh, like all of the ones that could have been possible.
Yeah, that you could have gotten in there.
Okay.
Oh, I could have got Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen. Well, wait. Great. Now it's gotta go explicit. Thanks, Derek.
What? I
Did
said
you just say?
dipped.
Oh, I thought you said the other word. All right. So now I have my own unboxing. It's this
Okay.
used sweater that I already wore today. It was... no. Oh, here's another one. Like my girlfriend gave me this. It is a used sticker palette of Mario
Wow.
characters.
Wow, what'd she do? Take the best ones? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I can if you want to be alone, I can guarantee that, you know,
Guarantee it.
you'll have the best stickers.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, I hope you whoever watched that or whoever's listening should really watch the VOD. Yes, it's a magical time.
Right.
We're on Spotify for vids or VODs, YouTube, Rumble now, Kick, even though it's a wild west of streaming, Facebook
Oh,
because it was cool for like 5 seconds, and Twitch. So yeah. All right. So with that out of the way, let's get into some news arena. Ubisoft, it's pulling out of E3 like everyone else. Like oof. I don't know why. I'm wondering if it's E3 problem or everyone's just like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, E3's been like a dying thing for years now, even before like the pandemic and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, but they're like, oh, we're revitalized. We're we're a new
Right,
E3.
this was supposed to be the big
like...
comeback year.
Right, but now it's like the big loss year. Xbox pulled out. Nintendo never went anyway. I think PlayStation said they're doing their own thing, right?
They do their their own like directs now. So
and now Ubisoft, which
which leaves EA, Microsoft, and Bethesda, but that's Microsoft now.
Microsoft pulled out. Which they're
did they? So all right, EA, come on, your time to shine. Let's go. E3's all yours.
Which is weird because I'm pretty sure if I read it correctly earlier, it's like Microsoft owns the building.
It's the Microsoft Theater that they do it in every
so
in,
like why
California.
like
okay, yeah, you can pay us for rent, but we're not coming. It's like you throw like a house party at your house, and you're just like, yeah, I'm going to bed. See you guys later.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm good. I'm staying up. Yeah, apparently the company plans to launch a lot of games in its next financial year, but now Ubisoft pulling out of the E3's lineup is in serious question. So there's no Xbox, no PlayStation, no Nintendo. There are currently no major publishers announced for E3 2023.
So what are they going to do? Just sit there? Do nothing? All right, next on the stage is this random guy. Hey guys, I don't have any video games, but I can.
What if he was that guy who did like he does like the clapping on his body?
Yeah.
I mean, I would watch that. I think that'd be great.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be a fun time. I think so. I'm not saying this might just be the last year for E3 because this was to be like their big comeback, like you said. But if no one's attending, why would they be incentivized to do it again next year?
They shouldn't be.
Right.
There's no reason
to because everyone's like
Microsoft does their own like directs now too, right? They do like that insider thing. So yeah, there's no point. We get a direct every quarter from all three.
Nintendo started it, and now everyone's like, wait, why are we here again? We can just film ourselves? Huh.
Right. Reggie, grab the camera.
I think if you were like Sakurai, grab the camera. He's like, chained to the neck, just like.
But it's all the way across the room. Yeah, and I'm chained to the desk.
And making them smash.
That's not my problem. Where's DLC 3?
Cry. As for what I would assume Ubisoft is gonna show in their probably crappy Direct or Connect, right? It's Ubisoft Connect, I think it's called. No, that's the name of their program. Is that what they also call
streaming service?
Oh, well.
Or no, you're right. No, that's the launcher.
Right.
What is it called? Ubisoft
Plus. Yeah, because everyone adds Plus because that's I hate that.
Right.
God forbid someone's unique with it. Like the first person does it, that's fine. Everyone else is just copycat. Disney Plus.
Right. Paramount Plus.
Doctor told me I have Herpes Plus. I don't even know what that means. Like I'm just
Orange Tube Plus. Yeah. Like come on.
I mean that one doesn't exist, but they do have
soon. I'm their first investor. I have been for years.
In fact, you like lift up your shirt. You have like
here it is, the
here
brand. I'm here to reveal the big project.
Yeah, so I would assume at this E3, it's just gonna E3 at Ubisoft, it's just gonna be Skull and Bones. If they oh wait, no, they deleted it again. So like,
yeah, it's never coming out.
They want something to show. Like, they have to show Assassin's Creed. I assume was it Infinite, right? The sketchy Infinite. One that
yeah,
and then Mirage, which unfortunately
maybe Splinter Cell that they're kind of working
they
on,
like tease with one image. Prince of Persia, which they announced I think last year, and then it looks so terrible they just like they're like, okay, we're
that one they like scrapped and like completely restarted. It got the Metroid Prime treatment. It's like back in development.
Ubisoft had the money to do that. I just assumed.
No, they don't. They actually don't. Siege is booming again, so they might be okay.
Let's see here. Oh, I thought there was other Siege news. I think it was getting like a show or something. I don't know. I think I'm wrong on that. Anyway, yeah. So now E3, like I always wanted to go to E3, but now it's like
I don't want to be associated.
I mean, wait,
you went to E3 in 2023?
Unless we could have our own booth, that would be cool.
Like, ooh, yeah. Well, not this year though. Nobody's going.
I think get it in for
maybe
cheap.
Next year.
That's they get for cheap.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? Like,
yeah. We need to fill the slots.
And think about
it. We'll go on stage and do a live episode with a crowd.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I like it. I like this idea.
Thank you. Yeah. So
contact whoever's in charge.
Cool. I'm glad you just delegated to me.
I don't. I'm telling our secretary who's watching.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, secretary. Yeah. So, as the title would proclaim, Ubisoft's bad at pulling out because what they're pulling out into, I would argue, is worse. I think they should have stayed with E3 because who cares? Like, who's actually hyped for like an E3 Ubisoft presentation by itself? You know, it's like I watched Ubisoft because everyone else is there. You know, like
right.
It's like you saw the schedule. It's like, you know, I don't know, another EA, then Ubisoft, then Microsoft. You know, I'd watch it because of Microsoft, but I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I might as well just watch E3. But here we are. So
the problem too is like, right, they have Assassin's Creed showed, like Mirage at least. Like Skull and Bones, nobody cares. They have that new like Avatar game too, right? That's Ubisoft.
I don't even want to hear about the new Avatar.
Like it's just gonna be so boring.
Haven't we learned anything about movie tie-in games? Like,
side note, Gollum got a new release date. I don't know.
Right.
It's coming out in May. It's coming out May 25th.
That should alarm people.
Yeah, it should.
Oh man,
it's coming out the same month as Zelda. Yeah, it actually doesn't want to be successful.
They did that because they know the game's bad, so they're gonna justify, like they're gonna basically use it as
blame it on Zelda.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
it's like they knew how terrible it is. They're like, how can we shift the blame from ourselves? Same month as Zelda. Same month as Zelda. Nice, genius.
Got it.
Yes. So Ubisoft, you better have something to make this worthwhile, because I don't know who. Oh, actually, I mean, there are probably a lot of Assassin's Creed fanboys that will tune in just for Assassin's Creed. And right. I have to imagine there's gonna be Siege news, like, you know, whatever's the next season, right?
I think the new season just started, but I mean, they could like tease it.
Yeah, they could tease it. New season.
I mean, really. The only thing I want from Ubisoft anymore is like a new Rayman game. Like, it's been so long.
No, they're not there. Come on.
I know. No happiness allowed.
You have a better chance of a crossover game of Splinter Cell and Metal Gear Solid, where it's actually a yaoi game, and they're like
it's what was that game that came out with the schoolgirls that was like obsessed with you? Yeah, it's like Doki Doki
Literature Club.
Splinter Cell Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yeah, and they also like murder you, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So Ubisoft, I'm gonna give you a big old. Thank you. Look, I programmed these today. I'm gonna use them. All right.
Can you get the one of Pim where he's like, "I love kids, Charlie.
I'm not. I don't know what context.
I don't know what I don't know what situation we'd ever use it, but I just want to hear it.
I'll have to find. Well, I'll figure something out. All right. Okay. This is probably gonna be completely out of order, but for multiverses, this is big.
Oof.
Yeah, it's going offline. June 25th.
Did you pay for multiverses? Well, congratulations.
You played yourself.
You shouldn't have. Yeah, I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
No, so actually, a lot of their fans, I was like seeing oddly a lot of positivity on Twitter for it. They're like, this is such a great idea because it'll bring hype back to the game, and I basically everyone understands that they, I guess, vastly underestimate how long it takes to make a character. Because for like, so Smash wasn't a live service game, so they had no they gave like a kind of a vague release schedule, but not as strict as like seasons, you know. So this, it gives them time to come back, have characters in development, and like, you know, future proof themselves. And also, but others were pissed off because apparently people didn't know it was an open beta. But usually, even in nowadays, it's like even if you're in open beta, it usually just goes strict to full launch.
Right. That's what I don't understand. Well, now that you say that though, I understand it, because I honestly forgot the game was a live service with the seasons and stuff.
Right.
Like, yeah, when you first told me this, I was pissed. I was like, what? I bought like the $100 bundle, the best one, and now I can't even like access it for a year basically. But yeah, I forgot this is a live service, so they had the seasons every 3 months or whatever it was.
I mean, yeah, they had whatever they had, like it was chapter or something like that. But this isn't like a bad thing. Plus, they said everything's gonna transfer over. It's gonna be back better than ever with new content, features, modes, and more when we return. But it's an early launch full launch in early 2024, which is a long way away. Like that's not like, you know, in like 3 months. You know, it's like, no, this is like literally next year.
Right. Yeah, it's literally like, all right, don't play the game for a year. That's why it'll bring hype back, because everybody will forget about it, and then they'll be like, oh wait, check out this new game.
Well, they're gonna have to have a bunch of characters, and I'm gonna assume it's also gonna release on Switch, right? Like, I think they have to go that route. In terms of, you know, like,
yeah, get it ready. Well, it was supposed to come to Switch, right? It just never did.
I don't know. I don't know if it was supposed to. I'd imagine that they wanted it to come to Switch. You know, I can't.
Right.
In fact, I was surprised it wasn't on the Switch to begin with. It didn't seem like that. If Smash can handle 8 characters on the same screen, you know, and not drop a frame, I think this game can be all right.
Yeah, but I think it'll be okay.
I mean, maybe they prioritize the other two, but you know, they're working on like the online part of it, like the netcode, stuff like that. So, I mean, it's a lot more positive and negatives. I know the Steam, like on Steam, it said that like there was like 0 players, but it only takes into account the Steam half. If you have console players,
definitely like a console thing more. Yeah, I mean that's most fighting games,
right? Yeah, it's like all fighting games. So, I'm gonna assume my guess here is that it's gonna come out on Switch when it releases. Joker's gonna be like the character they reveal first for the game as its comeback. I'm gonna say like 5 characters, like 5 more characters from what they have now.
As long as one is a dual wield of Charlie and Tim, that's all I want.
Because you know they have so far they added Black Adam because of that movie. Gizmo, Gremlin,
Morty, right? They were after.
Oh yeah, Gremlin. I think it's Gremlin anyway. Rick, Morty. So that's 5.
LeBron James.
Oh, LeBron James. Yeah, how to forget that? LeBron sings. I think that's it.
There was somebody else.
Was there?
There was one more. I think there were 6 releases. Hold on, let me.
That was the 6.
Was that 6?
Yeah, Gizmo, Gremlin, Black Adam, Rick, Morty, LeBron.
Oh, I forgot Gizmo and Gremlin were like a different thing.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, they're there. I don't know why they wouldn't just launch a bunch of DC characters to bring it back. I feel like that's like the
Right.
easiest way.
Easy filler. Yeah.
Yeah, easy filler. I don't know why. I mean, all these data mines said Joker was in the game, but I this makes sense now why he hasn't been released yet, because they want that's going to bring the hype,
Right.
you know?
Right. Save it for when they come back.
Right, exactly. So, I think is what's probably needed or best for it. So it's probably a tough call, because it means there's going to be no revenue from then and now.
Right.
Right. So, but I mean, they're Warner Bros. So I assume they have all the money they want, even though the movie division's dying super fast.
Right. Well, they had like Gandalf too, right? He was data mined at the beginning.
Yeah, he was data mined.
There was just a couple others that like weren't in the game.
Yeah, like Venom. No, I wish. if Venom or Carnage, for some, even though they're Marvel, was somehow in the game, man, I would be on top of that. So, I hope it works out. It was fun when we played it. Just a lot of stuff came out. We just kind of like,
Oh yeah, the game was great.
Yeah,
like it mechanics wise, it was the closest thing we'll ever get to Smash. I feel like.
Right,
So.
without it being Smash.
Right.
So Multiverses, we can't wait to see you come back better than ever.
That's right.
With Charlie and Pip. And if you don't have that, then I don't want it. Okay.
That's right.
Wait, you sure you want a dual character or not separate ones?
Because no, you can do separate. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Just think of like they could have
Charlie has to scream for an attack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another L.
Oh, and the shrimp. And it's like, he ultimately he puts on the jacket. He's like,
oh my god. Oh my god. That's in very poor taste considering what happened earlier today. So I'm gonna just go on from there.
Yeah, you go on.
Okay. Oh, hey. I thought this was interesting. I'm not sure how much you would think this is interesting, but who cares? Utah signed into a law that parental consent is going to be needed for under 18 year old account for social media. Basically, what there's a few parts of this. So I'll just break it down for you. One is that it's going to limit time, so you can't. So like people under 18 with social media can't be on between 10:30 and I think it's like 6 a.m. Two. Every social media account needs to be like linked to like or in some ways like linked to a parental account, whether it's like a joint account or however that works. Think of it like a joint bank account, for example, something along those lines. That's what it means like by parental consent. The third, somehow it opens like the doors for suing, like for example, Facebook, if they can claim, if people claim that like social media hurt my child in some way. So yeah, that's like the big things about it. I don't think we ever really talked about this. I personally think social media is absolutely terrible for for the youth. I know our time was it was just Facebook and like Snapchat most, right? That was our time. But there's like plenty of studies now that show how terrible social media is for minors. I might sound super old here, but like I'd be super uncomfortable if I had a child and they had like an Instagram account. I don't like the idea of like posting pictures for like because how they look and stuff like that. At the same time, parents should be monitoring what their children are doing on social media anyway. That's just their responsibility. But like, I don't know. I just think that on my end, I think this is probably for the best. Although I'm usually not for like time restrictions like a China rule has, where there's like a curfew for an app.
Right.
But when it comes to like blue light and addiction to like, looking at like scrolling, I there's some times where, like before I go to bed, I'm like scrolling, time just flies by. I assume it's probably worse.
It's called doom scrolling. You just you scroll through until you find like something that gives you like a boost of serotonin.
Yeah. So. And, right. And I think for for minors, that's probably terrible. Even worse. So, I think this is
bad for like us.
also true, right. Yeah. I'm just like scrolling.
Like I'll doom scroll on Orange Tube for hours.
That's not.
Like I don't know. I gotta find one to really just
immerse myself into.
Yeah, right. I gotta like feel like I'm actually there. There's a reason those POV videos are made, right?
Okay, first of all, I'm banning you from ever getting a VR headset that connects to your computer. That's just not happening. You'd be lost. You'd just be gone. So yeah, like I'm mostly for this. Usually, I'm not a huge fan of like intense government interference. However, most parents suck and aren't good at monitoring their children's social media activity,
Right.
and it's just like I just like I watched this video. I think it was like 10 years ago, where like what no, I can say the word pedophiles like will do, like how they'll look through like social media and stuff. I'm like, this is actually disgusting. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, and to think of that for like my own child, if I had one, is just like a scary thought. And
Right.
I see like the intention. And now, granted, they're Utah is being prepared to be sued by like Facebook and Google because they're like, no,
Of course.
yeah. No. But honestly, like I think I might have briefly mentioned it to you in the past, but I think I've come to a point where I fully believe that like you have to be older than 18 to be on social media. I think it's just there's just although granted, I don't really consider like TikTok social media because it's really just videos and like you're not really there to interact with comments to other people, more or less, or in the way like Facebook works and stuff like that.
Right.
So and also like looking back, it I don't even know how to word this. This is gonna sound terrible. If you're
I'm ready. I'm so ready. Whatever you're gonna say.
As a boy with Snapchat, there's so much trouble you can get in with the account. I'm not gonna say what you do, but with the photos you mostly send, you 100% can get screwed for the rest of your life when you send a certain photo that you think was all right, but turns out it wasn't. And you know, it's like, but and Snapchat is really fun. But if there's a way to monitor from a parent's view, that I can understand it. But I know it's terrible because something passes through, and
it gets routed to the like parents' stories. Like, oh, what did he send his girlfriend? Oh my
god! Yeah, exactly. So like, I have such like I'm not sure if it's like strict thoughts on social media growing up now, but I really think this is probably for the best, and again, I'm not a huge fan of banning products or things because people are irresponsible, but in terms of minors, there's just so much harm that is done to them from social media. It just seems like the right call. But I would love to know your thoughts. I don't think we ever really...
Okay, so I'm gonna put on like my old man hat. So, you know, like my first phone was in like 5th grade. It was a flip phone that couldn't text. It could only do phone calls, and it was just so I could call my mom to pick me up from soccer practice after school.
Cool.
You know, I mean, when did you get your first smartphone? I didn't get a like
smartphone?
I got an iPhone. Yeah, I got an iPhone in like I think it was sophomore year of high school.
You had an iPhone and I missed it? Oh, I could have.
Yeah,
I
had an
stopped
iPhone
you.
4. That was my first. That was my first smartphone, and then I was like, "This sucks," and I went to
Really
Samsung. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, it was like sophomore year of high school. Kids now are like, I don't know, 2nd, 3rd grade, and they have like the newest iPhones and stuff like that. Like that's insane. They don't need those phones. 18, yes, makes sense. I honestly think maybe whatever age 16? You are when you whatever age you are when you like start high school.
14?
Yeah, 14.
Give or take.
That's pretty young now. I'm gonna say like sophomore year at the earliest, right? Like just to like kind of that's when you're like getting cognitive, right? And you're like you're getting ready for the real world basically at that point. So like maybe at least train them to do better then.
I don't know because train them.
I mean, but like you said, that in high school, that's when you get in trouble because you're becoming cognitive and you're
right, exactly.
You're sending the, you know, pictures of your one-eyed worms.
You're still in that mentality where like you don't think you think you're indestructible. Like nothing bad can ever really happen to you, but like it is a fast roll. Like you go the second something bad happens, especially after high school, it is just downhill from there. Being an adult sucks.
Right.
But
Yeah. They don't tell you that throughout high school. It's awful. It doesn't get better. Nothing gets better. It starts to, right, and you're like, oh, I might be happy for the rest of my life, and then it ends.
So yeah, I mean, anyway, continue with the age and stuff like that.
I think that was pretty much it. Oh. Yeah, I mean, like maybe like I like 16 better. I think like that's a good age to kind of like start to train them. Be like, hey, this is what you do with your phone, and this is what you don't. After you're 18, I don't care what you do, because then who cares? If you're gonna send a
picture, right.
dirty picture to someone, you're gonna face the consequences whether you want it or not. So
yeah, but you don't get, I mean, assuming it's like 18 and higher, you can't get in legal trouble, right, for something that's kind of
no,
I mean like harassment and like like
no, once you're 18 it doesn't matter. The problem is it's considered
right
the kiddie
exactly right
whatever, so like once you're 18 and older, I'll send you one later, like it's fine, like nobody's gonna question it.
I don't need it.
It's too late. I've already sent it.
Hey, you sent me this on Telegram. Oh my god. All this hair, what is there? You send this to a medical professional right now.
I'm going to get waxed. Brazilian.
I mean, I understand the 16 perspective. The only issue again is like I still feel like when we were sophomores, we were still morons. We just didn't really understand it. Also, like I don't know, like I mean, I had super thick skin and I still do because I'm fat now. But like I think even like at 16, if you got like, I think social media can really just train you to believe you're just like worthless. Like people on
that too,
like especially with like Instagram, you'll see these like girls comparing themselves to other girls is terrible for their mentality. They'll see like these girls like, oh, I wish I had this and this, and it's just like. It's like I don't know. I mean, granted, they'll probably still feel like that after 18, but probably the younger is worse. So like there being a limit again, I like it in theory. I'd have to see it in practice. I think they would have to make it so the parent is. And they say parental consent, but it's like iffy on like how exactly that's implemented. Because if you just put like, are you 18? Yes. Okay, you're good. Parent consent. Like that's not going to work. Like everyone lies about that, like that bubble at that age, like you're 18, right? Sure. Click. Let's see. From CNN, EFF said Utah's specific set of rules are, quote, dangerous when it comes to user privacy, and added that the bill would make user data less secure, make internet access less private, and infringe upon younger users' basic rights. I don't know where they're getting this make user data less secure part, make internet less private. I don't know. I understand having personal freedoms, but some things are. It's like by that logic, then you should just remove the smoking age, right, or the alcohol age, right? Like that's a personal freedom. You know what I'm saying? By like the same logic.
Yeah.
So like I don't agree with that, because then what's your stand? Like, okay, do you think kids should be able to drink at like 14?
Right.
So. I just thought a very interesting subject because one, I just like talking about tech, but two, I wonder if this will go more widespread if it works. So,
yeah, I mean, like you said, it's like that was like a China thing, right? Where they
I compare it to China because
the video games more, right?
I mean, social media, it's like Facebook's completely banned in China.
Oh,
like,
right.
Yeah, but so. They do have like, I think it's like for minors, there's a 1 hour gameplay limit for like League of Legends.
Yeah,
it's just like,
I mean,
I'm in a game. FF. Okay, that's all my time. All right, it's out.
I got ganked. I'm dead. I'm logged out.
I logged out. It's over. So I'm okay with this being a state to state kind of rule. Federally, probably not, but the idea that state has the idea of like, okay, we believe that a child under 18 can't reasonably have social media because it's just irreparably harms them.
Right.
So like, so I can understand it from both sides, but I would lean more towards like I'm okay with it. But as an adult, like if as a parent, I would just enforce this anyway. Like I would not
Oh
have
yeah.
my kid would have a flip phone till like high school, and
Yeah.
even then, I would have to figure out a way if they had a smartphone because there's just so much stuff that's just like,
Yeah. It's none of it's like
right,
none of it's trustworthy. It's
right,
just
yeah,
it's
none
awful.
of it's trustworthy. I, I don't know. I think it's gonna just get a lot worse with social media addiction.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I mean, I'm not even putting Facebook in the equation because you know what, my kid can have Facebook. That's like the lamest place on earth. But like,
Here you go. Talk to your grandma.
hey, Graham, Graham liked your photo. You tell her
Yeah.
you liked it.
You
like
comment
that, okay?
back right now.
Right now, or you're grounded. I probably wouldn't let them have Instagram. Snapchat, I would hope that they could put in place where it's like they're never allowed to save a photo. Like, you know how you can technically if you like it's saved in chat. But even
Oh
then,
yeah.
I mean, if someone's, I mean, at least they have like, say like, hey, they screenshot your stuff because, and that's a fair one. I don't know. I mean, it was fun for the time, but looking back, it's like, I think if my dad ever knew I had that, he'd probably tell me just like, dude, please stop,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Just like get off the internet.
As I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to like take a photo. What'd you say?
What'd you say, Dad?
What'd you say, Dad?
I was busy.
So, let us know what you think. Should these Utah laws, and also this goes in place, I think 2024. So,
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah. So it's not like immediate. The Social
Right.
Media Regulation Act. So, oh, and also again the curfew. I like I like the times they picked. It's just like I don't know. In high school, how late were we up? I mean, I stayed up super late because my dad's like, "You're in high school,
High
you can do
school,
whatever you
yeah.
want."
I was high school. I think there were some days where I just didn't sleep. I went to school
Yeah.
and like slept in my first class, and that was
Right.
it.
Right.
Like it was so great. If
But
I try to stay up past 10 o'clock now, I think I like will actually just
what?
like have a heart attack. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the second I graduate elementary school, my dad's like, "Okay, you can do whatever you want as long as your grades are good. I don't care." Like, well,
Yeah.
sorry, it's like your grades are good. You don't drink. You don't like do drugs. Like, as those three are fine. You stay up as late as you want. I'm not gonna pester you about homework. Like, just like you're a reasonable dude. Just do what you want. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'd stay up like
Yeah.
all night and then get like zero sleep, but I ace the test. So what did it matter?
I remember the day Borderlands 2 came out. I went to the midnight release and then stayed up all night playing the game. And my mom came in and was like, "Hey, are you going to school today?" I was like, "No, I haven't slept, but I'm also not going to stop playing Borderlands." and I just stayed home and played Borderlands
That's
all day.
awesome. Oh, really? Huh. I'm surprised. I just figured it'd be like, no, you're going to school.
Yeah.
I think did we do that for Skyrim? I know we played all together at night.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So that was a good night. All right. Well, Utah, I like what you're doing. I want to see more of it, but
Yeah.
I'm cool with like the opposition. I can understand from both sides. So
Right.
that's
Right.
fine.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Oh god. I almost hit the wrong pedal. There we go. We're good. All right. Moving forward. This is a sad day. Of the recording.
It's today. Yeah.
Yeah, today. The last day you can download Wii U and 3DS games because the eShop's closing down for some dumb reason. So the good news, realistically, you could homebrew, or
Right. There's the freemium.
Right. There's the freemium. It's gonna have everything you want. Like that's the only issue. Well, I'm not sure how easy it is with the Wii U. I assume it's just putting stuff on an SD card, right? And then it reads it. Like, am I?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all it is. Yeah.
Right. So,
actually, the Wii U supports external hard drives, so I think you could use one of those too.
Gotcha. So like, that's like the good news. The bad news is you shouldn't have to. Nintendo has all the money in the world to keep these servers up. It's not like it's hurting its already dinosaur-like infrastructure on the Switch. So I don't know why. What I loved about the Wii U is its Virtual Boy or console. It was like the
I
golden
think it
era.
actually had the best one.
Oh yeah, it did. That was I remember watching this video on it, but basically emulation was so good on Nintendo consoles because they had this like super genius on emulation who was working there for like the longest time, and then when he
Right.
left, like everything just like died. It's just like, how do we do this? I don't know. How do you do it? like the um. So I don't know. It's just kind of saddening that this happened, and that the completionists had to spend like almost $30,000 just to get all the games. Which, I mean, that sounds awesome though. Although I think it'd be cool if it was physical, but
Right.
I was talking to Rob on this, and I wanted your thoughts. But realistically, I wish they just penny out everything, make everything like 1 cent or like even $1. You know, like I granted it's up to the company to set the price or change prices for like the
Right.
sale. So like all these companies that have these games on there, I'd be like, okay, no one's like buying the game right now, and it's about to shut off. Like the last 2 weeks, just make everything $1. You know, you
Right.
think that'd be like a bad thing? I just don't. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think it'd be that big of an issue.
No,
Um,
it shouldn't be.
like, uh, I still want to get. I know you have. Do you have two 3DSs, right?
No, just one.
Okay. You ever think about sending it in for a capture card?
I think it's still very expensive to do. So I
Well, yeah,
also
because
just
like
like
some.
don't trust people
I know
like
that's my fear
sending it
too.
away. Yeah.
Right.
And right now 3DSs are like really expensive to buy. So like if it breaks, like I'm just kind of screwed.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Um, man, like, and the virtual console on the 3DS too was also just great. Like, it was just that. The 3DS is like one of the best systems I ever held for such
oh,
a long
hands down.
time. So it's
It's
like
so good.
Smash 4 on the 3DS was really just like a breathtaking experience. The fact that I play Smash Bros in this super comportable, super portable aspect. You know, it was just so great. All the different kinds of 3DSs. The new 3DS was great. It was just such a
It was
great
just so
time to be
good.
alive. I'm not
Yeah.
saying the Switch isn't, but like, I mean, I can't imagine what life is now if you're like a high school student with a Switch. That sounds great. I would have brought that
Oh,
everywhere.
right.
Like on the
It's in
bus.
class playing. Yeah.
You gonna do this math problem? No, nerd. I'm
Oh,
playing.
I'm playing Zelda, idiot.
Trying to get this dub on Fortnite, but your internet sucks. Like, yeah, I'm doing that right now. And the Wii U had like the Wind Waker HD that we're still waiting for. Twilight Princess HD, the original great game because no one bought it, so now it's on the Switch as deluxe versions because no one bought it
Right.
on the Wii U. I don't know. I think it's kind of a sad day. Um, it says here we're gonna lose around 1,000 digital only games. Sheesh. And 530 of those games are virtual console titles. So about 335 of which aren't even available through Nintendo Switch Online yet. Wow, they had that many virtual console games? Damn.
Wow. Yeah.
And virtual console games on there were like super cheap, right? They weren't expensive.
Yeah, there wasn't many that were like honestly more than like I think $20 is really like the highest ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Virtual console games on Wii U. I remember I bought a few, but the one that comes to mind was Mario like DS, and it sucked because it was like so squished because it had both screens. That was just terrible. I was like, wow, I hate my life right now. It was anti fun. But other than that, it was a great time. I'm trying to see. No, no. So everything. Oh yeah, let's see. It looks like the highest price was like $12.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds right.
it ranges from basically $5 is the lowest and 12 is the highest. Game Boy, or wait, am I looking at the wrong list? There's Game Boy and Nintendo DS games are $10. Oh wait, you know what? The Wii games were $20. The Wii games that you could purchase on the Wii U system virtually.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because they
Yeah,
can have
yeah.
that
That's
a
what I was
virtual
thinking of.
console. Yeah, which I mean, that's not really like an unfair price, you know, for a Wii game that is previous
Right.
generation. Although, but I mean, and again, it's backwards compatible, so you just had the disc version. What is a Turbo Graph-X 16? Have you heard? It's one of the virtual
Yeah,
consoles.
it was like one of the old like systems.
Gotcha. So pour one out. This is a sad day. But if you want those great memories, you can always just join Goons Games and Gear Discourse. We talk about it. Yeah, that's right. It's a plug-in time.
That's right.
I wish I had
Do
that,
it.
like. It's just
Yay!
Oh, wait. There we go. So, sad day. It makes me sad. In fact, I'm gonna cry later after this episode for unrelated reasons. So, just want to let you know, Derek.
Yeah, I was already planning that. But,
I that's literally scheduled in every day. Like I'm penciling.
there's always an hour slot for that.
That's a lot of crying. All right. Last but not least, okay, this is kind of big. I feel like not a lot of people talking about it, but apparently Microsoft is building an Xbox mobile gaming store to take on Apple and Google. I think this is a terrible idea.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't that like the whole gimmick with the cloud thing, right? Wasn't that like all supposed to be mobile gaming? Right? That you can play the phone or you play your Xbox games on your phone with your controller.
So I have some bad news. Apparently that article that I have is like 6 months old. That's not a good. That's not something that's really up to date for the now.
Oh, see if something new.
Yeah.
Well, while he's looking for that, guys, don't forget, rate us on
hold
Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us the 5 stars. I don't really think we have hit the mark, so we can see numbers yet. But
right,
I want to see numbers.
Yeah. Okay. So, it's not terribly out of date because a week ago, Microsoft's new Xbox mobile gaming store may launch in 2024. Okay, we're back on track.
We're back in it.
We're back in it. Microsoft's getting ready to launch its Xbox mobile gaming store as soon as next year. Basically, whenever the Activision merger goes through. We want to be in a position to offer Xbox and content from both us and our third-party partners across any screen where somebody would want to play. Here's the problem. Windows Live that they still use sucks horribly. No one uses the Windows Store. Like, they still put games on there. Did you know that? The Windows Store?
I thought they just put like Peggle 2 and that like Disney game that's pre-installed with Windows 10 or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, well. There's a Disney game that's installed on your system somewhere or your PC. And you have yet to play it. But Peggle? Peggle's pretty good.
Peggle's
not upset about Peggle. Yeah, but
I'm tired of all these stores though. I don't want any more.
Lost. What did we lose this year? We lost the Bethesda launcher, so we were down 1.
Right.
EA's like gotta be dead soon, right? Like,
no, remember they redid their things. Now they're like EA Play now or something.
Oh god,
I know. Keep in mind that with this going, if it goes through with the store, they do have Riot Games. They do have that like partnership with like for TFT and like Wild Rift.
Oh right for Game Pass. Yeah.
Right. So I assume to some degree it'd be on the Xbox mobile store. I don't know. Like, I'm not looking for another
game launcher,
another game launcher,
store,
another anything.
Everybody go back to Steam, please. Just like one thing.
Right.
Like, it was even like when Epic came out, like, yeah, it's fine, I guess, but like, I don't know.
Like,
this is just getting stupid. This is like the streaming services.
Oh yeah, like
the streaming wars.
Right, the streaming wars. Because I assume, so I can understand why Microsoft is doing this because they want to stop paying the Apple tax and like whatever Google charges. Because having your own.
Right.
Yeah, right. So, but on the other hand, that wouldn't change. I don't think it would change anything because if it's still on, if you have to download it through the Apple store, then I know Apple has like, if you have any like payment like options in your app, part of it goes to us. But I know Netflix also has like a workaround where there's like, yeah, sorry, you can't buy anything on our mobile version. Just go on the web browser, which isn't against the rules. So maybe they'd go that front, so that way no one has to like pay for stuff. But
right,
I don't know how much of an offering they're gonna have. Is it like maybe they're just banking on Game Pass because it's going to be cloud service. But like, unless like under the hood they've been like mobilely optimizing all their games that are on Game Pass, and so it can like download it to the phone. Does that make sense? But I feel like the games would be too big.
Right, they're gigantic still. That's the problem.
Right. Well, let's see. Only the regulators say Apple doesn't allow alternative stores on its phone and iPad services. Even rival payments aren't available in most countries. I mean, it's still like a big move. I just
don't get it.
Yeah, I just don't.
Actually, you know what? No, I do get it because if the Activision deal does go through, they buy what's that company? Jenga.
Jenga.
Yeah, what's the mobile company Activision owns that's like gigantic?
Candy Crush?
Yeah, that company. What's the company?
Oh, it's like King something?
Right. So, I mean, if they buy that, right, if the Activision Blizzard deal goes through, they own that. If they have their own mobile marketplace, then anybody who buys things for those, which they definitely do, I think Candy Crush is like the most profitable mobile game ever.
But still,
it's the old people. Yeah, they're loving it. Then if they have their own marketplace, they just put them all on there and just 100% profits, right? So I do understand it, but it's stupid. I don't know.
Candy Crush is one of the first freemium apps to generate over $1 billion in revenue.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. They're just called King that made it.
Oh, okay.
Which was already the second largest Facebook gaming publisher in 2012. Saw mobile as the next step for premium games. Largest trending one on Facebook. Blah blah blah. I'm trying to see like okay. So let's see here. Candy Crush. It's just in the billions. How much is annual revenue? Oh, in millions. Okay. In 2021, it made 1.21 billion. Okay.
Dude, what?
And it's
a mobile Candy Crush game.
Its operating costs was wait, how's operating? Wait, I don't understand. Operating income. King has maintained a positive operating income the past 4 years, reporting an operating income of 1.1 billion. What is the difference between operating income and revenue? What do you know the term?
Revenue, I think, is like.
Well, I know revenue is just like
It's just like their straight profit, basically.
No,
I think operating just means like minus like rent and employee tax and stuff.
Oh, okay. No, revenue should be. It's just how much money you're getting in, but it's separate from profit because profits after.
Oh, sorry, profit is
yeah.
After all that stuff. Yeah.
What did you go to college for?
Oh, I don't want to. It was business, but I don't know anything.
Derek, half the reason I asked you to be on here to be the business.
I make all the business decisions, and it's just,
we are heavily in debt. We are in debt.
Look, I bought a farm in Iowa. I thought it would be a good idea for us. We haven't even been there.
I think it's
2 years. I think the tornado took it out. I don't know.
Candy Crush has been downloaded over 3 billion times since launch. There are over 10,000 levels. Sheesh. Let's see.
Wow,
Activision acquired
downloading it.
Activision Blizzard acquired King in 2016 for $5.9 billion. But considering how much money they've made thus far, that's like amazing for them. Right. I was trying to find. I'm surprised I don't have anything for 2022 since we're in 2023. Are we past the 2022 like fiscal year? Fiscal years overlap, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's February's the end. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe they're just waiting for the numbers. That's still nuts though. But that's well, okay. So they'd also have Call of Duty Mobile and the Warzone Mobile. That I think is that finished? Is that ever released?
Warzone Mobile?
Yeah, didn't they have plans for that?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't remember.
It's either out or they're working.
Pre-registered for it. Yeah, hold on. I like pre-registered for it, but I don't know if it ever actually came out.
Oh, also Diablo Immortal, right? I mean, I'm not sure if that game's still alive, but that's they own that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually still pretty fun. It did not come out, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, so Activision Blizzard has Let's see here. Call of
I
Duty
think they're
Mobile,
doing a World of
Warzone Mobile
Warcraft.
Brazil. So it looks like it's in Brazil.
Okay.
My Call of Duty Mobile has made it made 13 million. Oh wait, released. I'm not sure how up to
And
date
that's
this is.
super
But
profitable too, though.
it says
Yeah.
last month was 13 million.
Yeah.
But I don't
that
know
sounds right.
like when this was like if it actually is up to date. A game
Right.
called Pitfall. Oh my wow. 99% of their games make less than 5,000 per month. Literally what's holding them is Call of Duty Mobile and I assume Candy Crush, which for some reason isn't on this list. So that's but still it's like if you have one amazing game. That's man, that is insane to me. Why are we podcasting? Why don't we just make
Dude,
games?
I'm telling you, we just make a match
Mappy
game.
Bird. Oh
yeah, where you make a match game where you just like match parts and like I don't know collect.
Don't give anyone ideas while we're. Come on, hold it for us so we can make money.
It's our $1 million idea.
Like, let's see here. Activision earning more money from mobile than PC and consoles combined. This was in 2022. We might have talked about it when this released. I think it was in August.
Right.
But like, so like in Q2 2022, it made 831 million in mobile games. Meanwhile, console earned around 376 million, PC around 332, and made 105 from events and esports. So that's still nuts. Like, so yeah, yeah. So this is like the breadwinner for Microsoft. That's
absolutely.
Yeah,
that's what they're. I think they said when they first announced they were buying them, it was like that was what they wanted.
Right.
Like they were like, we don't care about Call of Duty, we don't care about Blizzard. It's the mobile games we want.
Right. But like I still think that they should put Diablo 4 in Game Pass, assuming this goes through. I
think that's the only reason they haven't yet is because it hasn't gone through.
I don't know, right? Because I feel like, yeah, maybe because they didn't publicly say. Well, no. Actually, I read an article recently that like they said they don't have any plans right now to put it on Game Pass, but they might just be saying that to cover themselves from the.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, because like
if they had agreed to put like Activision had agreed to put it on Game Pass, they would have. They'll give them an even harder time.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Bought out. So
yeah,
it's like, oh look, it's already starting the favoritism, and it's like, no, that's just what we do. Like,
because it says March 15th. Rod Ferguson, SVP and GM of Diablo brand at Blizzard Entertainment, has officially confirmed that Diablo 4 won't launch on Game Pass. According to the Diablo lead, Blizzard currently has quote no plans for Game Pass release. But like you said, they can't like. Worst case is that it's true. Best case is just that they're saying this because the deal hasn't gone through and they don't want to seem anti-competitive. But if it did go through, I feel like it's a no-brainer, or at the very least have it as like a PC. I think Diablo like lives on PC, right? To some degree.
Yeah. I mean,
so like
it was
maybe
PC.
Like maybe just make it a PC Game Pass exclusive rather than like an Xbox Game Pass, like meet in the middle.
Right.
But because like this seems like it's gonna be massive. This like in terms of release.
Oh, Diablo,
right?
yeah.
Like Diablo always explodes,
gigantic. Right? Yeah.
So
it's like, honestly, I mean, like at this point, it's like the only good thing Blizzard has left. And it was like it got really scrappy when they announced Diablo Immortal, but like actual Diablo.
Don't you guys have phones?
Like, yeah, you got a phone? Yeah, is this an out of season April Fool's joke?
That was so good. I love that. Yeah, it's like an unfunny out of season April Fool joke. I would have bowed down to that guy. That was awesome.
Right.
That was a good time. Because like this on Game Pass would be insane in terms of like getting people to come to Xbox, or or at the very least having it on the PC Game Pass side. Either way, it's like a win-win, assuming it's there. Or maybe they're, like, hey, it's not gonna be there at launch, but maybe in like a few months, because after like the dust settles, like because this game's gonna be like Diablo lives for years, right? Because they give content updates.
They did so with 3, they ended up doing like seasons after like they did all the actual DLC for the game. And it kept the game. I mean, I think the last season just ended like I think it was November of
Oh,
last
really?
year. So yeah, they like literally kept supporting the game forever and ever.
Yeah. So.
So
That's yeah, that makes me feel better in the purchase because I don't want to buy a game that's just gonna die. But I can't imagine this is gonna be like a dead on arrival game at all.
No.
I'm just like very curious on how much replayability. I never played Diablo, so like I guess the fun for you, right, is like beating it over and over with a different character. Do they add more classes?
So with 3 they added the Necromancer,
Mm,
which is just part of this one. So I have
Gotcha.
a feeling they're gonna add more afterwards. But then like the expansions are like they're bangers. Like I forget what it was called for 3, but it added like 15 hours more of like new missions and new gear, new bosses and stuff. So
Really?
yeah, I'm very excited for it.
So you're saying it's not going to come to Xbox Mobile?
No, we have a mobile Diablo. It's Diablo Immortal. Just play that. You have a credit card, don't you?
That's like exactly. Come on, guys. Oh, that was thanks, Derek. I needed that laugh. I'm gonna be sad for the rest of the night. So yeah, what anything else before we hit the old dusty trail?
Guys, join us Friday. 4-man 200th episode. We haven't decided really concrete. We might do this like ultimate tier list thing.
Right.
It's gonna be awesome. Like, comment, subscribe, let us know what you guys like, and tell me your favorite color in the comments. Rate us 5 stars, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you listen to us. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, Kick, Twitch, YouTube. I'm making a Snapchat. Send me pictures of your cats. I really need the pick me up every day. Email me. Let me know how your day was. I think that's it.
Yep. So have a good one, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Ah!